beautiful.
Hey everybody, it's Rab, and I suffer from OCFD. Been putting this one off for a while, but it's time to make this video, since defining what is OCFD. Term was coined by some of my students when they told me I have a problem, and OCFD stands for Obsessive Compulsive Fishing Disorder. They even made me a shirt. How does it work? What is it? Well, it affects the brain by causing distractions multiple times a day about fishing. It can manifest in many ways for different people. It could be one type of fishing for one species that dominates your OCFD, or multiple styles and or fish species that you're looking for. For me, it's multiple types of fishing, multiple different styles, multiple different species. If you see any of my other videos, you'll find that I use multiple styles and I fish for different fish. I like to center pin, I also fly fish, I troll big water on Lake Ontario. I go fishing for smallmouth bass in the Wallkill by my house. It's a whole bunch of different things that takes up a lot of my mental space and capacity, and that is what OCFD is. Depending on time of year, what I feel like is going to be how I fish. A very good friend of mine told me it's not really about going out there and always catching them, it's how you want to catch them. Can I catch a bunch of carp with a can of corn and putting corn on my hook? Yes. Do I want to catch one on a fly rod? Maybe that's what I want to do that day. So it all depends on how you feel and what you want to do. And OCFD can be very complicated, and it can present itself in many forms. Some of the symptoms are, but not limited to, looking at every piece of water you see or drive past and thinking about fishing it.
I bet there's fish in there.
This could be anywhere, any piece of water, big or small. Or every time you're driving down the road or you go by the river and you see a boat, you're like, boat!
I wonder how slow that thing trolls. I could put some downriggers on that.
There's spending absurd amounts of time thinking, researching, looking at maps, reading, planning, figuring out your fishing trip or your next few hours that you get to fish. Or there's spending untold amounts of money on fishing rods, reels, tackle. Maybe you have a boat or a vessel or something that's meant to float that you use that you need to keep up with and, of course, add gear to. You also may find yourself nerding out about fishing at any given time, and that's kind of a given because you have OCFD, but not just with your fishing buddies. You'll somehow interject some weird fishing thing or something about a fish that you caught to normal everyday people that don't have OCFD like you do. My wife has said that I have OCFD about my OCFD because I spend time making these videos, which I think is pretty hilarious and wonderful. Now, the fact that you have OCFD isn't a bad thing. It's just how it is. And the best course of action if you find yourself in this situation is to embrace it. Dive deep, continue on, and knowing it's just part of you and OCFD is an actual thing. So if you know someone in a similar situation, or you yourself may be in a similar situation, share this video with them. Leave me a comment. Let's have a little conversation about OCFD and bring it to the forefront of the fishing world. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Get out there, get after them, and have fun.